Hello and welcome. Season 2 of DuPont Presents Power of Shunya Challenge for Zero is sort of nearing the end of this journey. And what a journey it's been. 16 teams of innovators from around the country. Teams, that's right. We've got one half tech, one half management. It's not just about what you think of as a solution. It's also about getting the solution out to people, about executing it, about getting to Shunya. The Shunya we talk about, of course, is zero of all that is wrong around us. Bring it down to zero. Destroy it if you can. Crush it if you can. While we're talking about destroying and crushing, there's a nice segue into introducing my judges. I'm just kidding. They're really nice. They're not doing anything of the sort. Please welcome our panel of judges. Of course, the Regional Technology Director of Asia Pacific DuPont, Dr. Homi Bidwar. Homi, you know I'm kidding. You're not crushing any dreams here.
I'm not crushing, but who knows? We'll have to see what they bring out.
It's not just Homi they have to impress. They also have to impress the CMD of Karma Venture Services, Ms. Nandini Vaidyanathan. Nandini, how are you?
Good. How are you?
We also have our third judge, who I call Mr. Tough Love. He is the founder and CEO of Milagro Business and Knowledge Solution, Mr. Rajiv Karwal. Rajiv, I think that's a fair title for you. You're Mr. Tough Love.
Is it?
Yes, you are. I think it's because you work with robots all the time. Is that the reason?
No, but to tell you very frankly, humans can't be robots, but robots can be almost human. And that's where the technology is heading for.
I will agree with Rajiv, because if I don't, he's going to replace me with a robot. So I will just quickly move this side and introduce our first team. Please welcome them with a big round of applause, audience, if you could. From VIT University, Vellore, Devlina Das, and from the Shailesh J. Mehta School of Management, IIT Mumbai, Pushkin Kasat. Devlina and Pushkin, how are you?
Great.
Let's have a look at what they're presenting.
I have been here in Vellore for the past 8 years. I think government has invested many crores just to pump out water and make it reachable to the people of Vellore as a potable water. Yet, there is a serious problem arising from the quality of the water which is available. So just not the water is scarce, but also it is extremely polluted for the people. There are new generation purifiers available today. Maybe they are very cost effective, but that's not enough. They may not be able to deal with the polluted level and a wide spectrum of pollutants that contaminate the water in Vellore. ZETA is actually a zinc oxide nanoparticle which has been modified by an amine. I would enlist the major features of ZETA. For example, its marvelous ability to remove the various anionic ligands, anionic moieties, heavy metal removal, removal of dyes and pesticides, all the chemicals. Apart from that, it is highly flexible. For example, we have worked out with 3 different varieties of ZETA: powder form, the membrane form, and the chitosan bit form. Apart from that, we can merge ZETA with the already existing low-cost conventional technology, most likely activated carbon, which is neither harmful for the environment and nor it has any disposability issues. So these qualities make ZETA a perfect package to be used in a purifier in itself. So that's how I feel ZETA can definitely possess the power of Shunya, and this ZETA can be a very big zero for India in the future to improve 10 times wherever it gets applied to.
It's an interesting area that you've picked, because they do say that future wars may be fought over water. So that's something that I'm sure that's close to everybody's hearts, people who are over here, and I'm sure the judges have a lot of questions about the science of it. But Pushkin, I'm going to come to you, comrade. If I could, 90 seconds is what you have. You have to impress us with your plan, reaching out to market, the commercial viability, all those things. 90 seconds. Are you ready?
Absolutely.
You look ready, my friend. Very good. Looking forward to this. Your 90 seconds start now.
Penetration of water purifiers in Indian homes today is just about 5%. Less than 26% of domestic wastewater is treated in India today. ZETA is the opportunity to fill this gap with a solution which provides a degree of purification equal to that of existing methods while having additional advantages like much lower cost, no water wastage, and higher pollutant targeting. We plan to target two of the most lucrative segments, one being the domestic purifier segment, expected to grow at a CAGR of 25%, and one being the wastewater treatment segment, expected to grow at a CAGR of 18% till 2018. The distribution model will essentially be a B2B model where we manufacture the cartridges and sell to companies who install these cartridges in the final product and sell it to the end consumer. In terms of financials, the price of our cartridges will be at least 1/4 of that available in the market today for domestic purposes and 1/10 that available in the market today for industrial purposes. Incorporating Shunya, ZETA is the ultimate solution for Shunya impurities, Shunya water wastage, Shunya disposability issues, Shunya power consumption, and almost Shunya cost. Thank you.
Still at 21 seconds left on the clock. They've learnt their script up well, haven't they?
Absolutely. So, you know, zinc oxide nanoparticles have been known in the literature for a while, right, for their photocatalytic effect. And some of the triethylene tetraamine work that you've shown is also known in the literature. So, how is this different from what is already there?
Yeah. So, zinc oxide nanoparticle and triethylene tetraamine are just two discoveries. First of all, I have merged them via a chitosan moiety that also renders a hydroxyl group apart from joining these two. And the most important thing, the sophorolipid, which acts as a size limiting agent, which limits the size of ZETA to 4.53 nanometers, in which it can beat any other nano remediation agent in terms of the adsorption potential.
So, do you have anything to do with odor also?
Yes, it removes the odor. It's a pleasant taste of water. The TSS, the total suspended solids, the total dissolved solids, heavy metals, dyes, pesticides, beta-lactams.
And
it's like almost everything is removed.
Yeah. And you know, one of the stages which is there in say UV water filters is that anything which passes over the UV kills organic matter 100%.
Yeah, that's why I'm comparing the existing system of ZETA with an RO UV system. RO comes nowadays with UV system along with it. So whatever the disinfection done by UV, the germicidal action of UV is similar to that of ZETA. ZETA just enters the cell owing to the small size of 4.53 nanometer, damages the cell organelles, we have confirmed using transmission electron microscopy, and reduces the CFU.
Do you have comparative results from a third-party certified body?
Yes, sir. We have compared it with several water pollution board in Vellore, and we have compared our results to the RO-based plant and the RO-UV.
I think it's a damn neat idea to look at your business as a B2B. With respect to that, I have a couple of questions. Possibly Pushkin, you can answer them. One, we said our cartridge is lower cost. Give me a comparison.
Ma'am, for the domestic segment, we can sell our cartridge at a price of 350 rupees, whereas today what is available in the market would be at around 1,400 rupees. Okay. And for the industrial segment, we will be selling it at about 20,000 rupees, and what's available today is at 1.5 lakh rupees.
Wow. And what is the durability? How long will?
1.5 to 2 years, ma'am.
And the existing ones?
The existing ones would be between 1 to 1.5 years.
Okay. Have you thought of a marketing strategy? Have you got a database of all the purifiers across the country?
Yes, ma'am.
And what's the acquisition strategy? Have you thought of how you're going to approach these people?
Ma'am, it would be again a B2B model where we have demos where the USP of the product would be only when it is shown to the consumer, to the customer for us. So when we have a demo, then it will be...
How are you planning to do the demo? I hope you guys are not looking at a physical format of fixing an appointment with a textile manufacturer, for instance, doing the demo. I think this is the time to start looking at using technology. Brilliant product. I don't want it get ruined by a bad marketing strategy. Okay, this is where I'm saying, and Devlina, this is also to you, because you come across to me not just as a lab rat. There is a certain awareness that I see in your whole demeanor. You need to supervise. You need to stop wearing only the innovator hat and wear the marketeer's hat as well, just so that your product reaches, is meant for the larger good.
Okay? Sure, ma'am.
Well, if you thought that you could filter everything out with your product, you hadn't met our judges, yeah? They can really squeeze everything out, can't they? Well, now I'm going to leave them to Mark 5 parameters, of course: disruption, relevance, reach and commercial viability of the product, the use of science, of course, and most importantly, the Shunya proposition. So let's go to our judges now and see whether this team has gone beyond 204, whether they're on top of our leaderboard, because the top 2 teams at the end of the series are the ones who are going to fight in the grand finale. Judges, have you reached a decision?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was one of the easiest decisions to reach.
Fantastic.
All you had to do was good, 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 good.
That's very good. Good news for you guys.
Which is exactly what I did. I've marked good on all the parameters for you, and you've got 80 out of 100.
Whoa! Nandini, that's the highest score we got from you.
Yes.
Wow. Omi, do you agree? Or did you find some holes in what they were saying?
I thought it was a very good presentation. I think there's a lot of value in the product. You have a lot of potential. Don't mess it up. It's a good thing. It has the opportunity to make a difference in people's lives. My score was 88.
Whoa, 88! You know that these things are very rare. We've got me saying things like whoa. Not even a word. Rajiv, क्या आपने इनके अरमानों पे पानी फेरा?
No, even from me, this team has got the highest so far. But there's always a difference between mine and the.
That's because you are Professor Tough Love.
So you've got 72 from me, which is the highest I've given to any team so far.
That means that Devlina and Pushkin, 204 is what you needed to beat. You're smiling because you know that was a cakewalk for you. 240 right on top of the leaderboard. Well done. On that note, we're going to take a short little break. I need to talk to the judges. I don't know what's happened to them. They're all hard today. What's going on with you guys? We're going to take a short break and come right back when DuPont presents the Power of Shunya Challenge for Zero. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Hello and welcome to DuPont presents the Power of Shunya Challenge for Zero. We've had one team of innovators in today's challenge, and boy, what a team they've been. Their scores reflected that. Our judges gave them 240 out of a possible 300. It's the highest score that we've had in the series so far, which is why they are sitting on top of the leaderboard. But hey, we're not done yet, because we have another team that's coming out today. Can they dazzle as much? Can they dazzle enough to be second on the leaderboard? Or will they not make a dent at all? We'll only find out after we hear their idea. But first, let's bring them out. From the Jaya Engineering College in Chennai, B. Madhan Kumar. And from Symbiosis Institute of Management Studies, Pune, Karan Singh Rajput. Karan and Madhan, how are you?
Excited.
Madan, you are reverse aging, I know. You figured it out. Are you cryogenically freezing yourself at night? How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
You're 20?
Yeah.
This is not fair. Why do we not look 10 years younger than we are? It's just not fair at all. Actually, I'm also 52, by the way, so wait. We've got it sorted. Not to worry. He's very shy right now, but he'll smile a little more after we all see what his innovation is about. We're talking about the paper plane UAV, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Paper plane, unmanned aerial vehicle.
Excellent. Let's have a look at that first and then we'll hear from both of them.
My innovation is a paper plane unmanned aerial vehicle. It is an avionics system which is fixed inside the paper plane. In my paper plane, I have installed a receiver circuit and a thermal sensor or even a Bluetooth enabled camera. In that I have made up lithium phosphate fuel cell. So it is completely economic friendly, and I have used a tail rotor which for clockwise direction it will turn right, and for anti-clockwise direction it will turn left. This is called mass piloting system. The impact of this innovation, I have designed it for the close combat operations in defense sector. So for that reconnaissance and defense purposes only, I have designed this kind of paper plane model. It can save the precious life of soldiers. It is biodegradable, it is only made up of paper so that it is biodegradable, and it is made up of lithium phosphate fuel cells so that it doesn't make any emissions like other airplanes. The avionics system used doesn't produce any sound, so that it is totally noise free, and we can implement it in any areas, so it is portable. Now I have used a radio control stick to control my paper plane, so I am trying to design it as a self-steerable thing by means of embedded system. So in future the paper plane will be dropped just like that, and it will steer itself to survey those areas and transmit the data.
I'm actually feeling a little bad. If only my teachers had not scolded me about making paper planes, I could have come up with something as well, right? Was not to be. You've done it, Madhan. Good job. Looks interesting. Our judges are going to quiz you about the science of it in a second. But Karan, we're going to come to you now. You have 90 seconds to impress us with your pitch. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, my friend. 90 seconds. Start now.
All right. India has 15,000 kilometers of its borders. The trouble is that Indian defense forces, they cannot survey it all the time. And even those areas which they can survey, they are very dangerous, and hence we need something which is aerially surveying that, and it will result in less casualties. So there is a need of that, and based on that, my target market will be the defense forces primarily, and the secondary target market will be the Government of India institutions like the Forest Department and the Archaeological Survey. What they can do is that with the Forest Department, they will find out the poachers if they are in the forest, and Archaeological Survey, they can see the buildings, the historical buildings from outside, and see if there is any structural damage. Now, the price of this product will be 1,000 rupees. The construction cost after the mass production will also go down, and hence the product will be even lesser than that. The benefits of that to the defense forces will be that it is very portable, it is easier to manufacture on the battlefield, and it will be easily maneuverable in the battlefield. Also, the benefit the main application of this will be in the battlefield with enemy reconnaissance to view where the enemies
10
are.
seconds.
And hence this will be a very good product because of power of Shunya's application towards it.
Our judges are going to decide whether you're going to have a smooth takeoff or you're going to crash land. Judges, over to you.
So what this reminds me really of is what India is starting to be known for: frugal engineering, right? And the ability to do functions very inexpensively.
Yes,
so it's a great example of that, and I guess it's disposable and bio-friendly and all, I mean eco-friendly and all of that as well, right?
Yes, sir. The total structure is eco-friendly, sir, because it doesn't make any pollution like noise pollution, or it doesn't have any exhaust. We are using fuel cells so that there is no any.
I would have just liked to see it fly somewhere.
Yes,
I didn't get that chance to see that, but maybe we can talk about that
later. Also retrieval, I guess. If you're talking about defense, then what about retrieval?
You don't need to retrieve it. No, even if it gets lost.
Disposable.
Because the camera feed is only to his Bluetooth, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. What happens if like in Afghanistan, it's plain land, right? There are no mountains, there are no elevations. How do I fly this there?
Ma'am, in the second phase, the future plan is that we'll have a rifle, a propulsion vehicle, which will launch this plane to a certain altitude, and from there we can survey it, and then again it can fly from there.
Even like a catapult almost.
Kind of,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Even we can drop it from helium-powered balloons from the particular altitude, so that it will work.
So if I'm a soldier serving in a war zone, all I need is a notebook in my backpack and some of the circuits, right? That's all. And I can make them, I can fly them for recce, I can get the data and I don't have to risk my life. That's what your product does.
Absolutely.
One suggestion I have, make it a controlled defense product, because you don't want lumpen elements using it for stalking celebrities. That is a distinct possibility. So keep it as a controlled defense product.
So couple of questions. So if it is in the air, it needs to be controlled.
Yes, sir.
What is the range of your remote control?
The remote control is 2.4 gigahertz controller, sir. It can control up to 500 meters.
Up to 500 meters.
Yes.
What is the power of the camera, megapixel?
It is 0.3 megapixel.
It's a VGA camera.
Pinhole camera.
So VGA camera has very poor visibility.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then in terms of the material itself, it's paper. So if it is raining, it will quickly, get wet and fall down.
So, but A4 sheet of 800 GSM, I have using 800 GSM paper. It will resemble similar to aluminium. Recently, scientists have used in space planes also. They have dropped from near space altitude, and they have searched for those planes. It will work efficiently. So that, so for that only I have using that paper. It is 800 GSM paper. So aluminium and this paper are almost
so
same.
So maybe there are ways to put a coating or something.
Yeah. Last point. So the Bluetooth transfer of what the camera sees is what distance?
Yeah. Now it was designed for up to 50 feet, sir. So
Up
it
to
is a
50 feet.
prototype. Yes, sir. We can also increase the megapixel of the camera. I have used only the pinhole camera, so we can increase the megapixels of the camera, and we can use Wi-Fi for transmitting while designing the real product. It will be more efficient than this plane, sir. So we can able to cover a long range.
Yeah. So basically, my idea of asking you these questions was that the innovation has tremendous potential, but clearly there is some distance which you have to travel in terms of making it more robust and useful for the purposes which you are talking about.
Well, so we're going to let our judges do the marking now. Judges, do we have your scores? Rajiv, start with you.
Overall, they've got 64 out of 100 from me. And the highest they've got from me is on the commercial viability, and all other scores are on average. Clearly, for me, there is a lot of distance which you have to travel from, prototype or the initial stage to the commercialization stage. So work on that very fast.
You can't take off from the aero bridge, according to you, yeah? You're going to be on the runway.
Yes.
For me, this is a product very close to my heart, because we mentor entrepreneurs in the war zones. This is probably in the last 8 to 10 years that I have been with entrepreneurs. This is seriously a game-changing product that I have come across. Yes, you have a long way to go to develop it, but in the prototype phase as a concept, do I see potential? Absolutely game-changing potential. So I've given you 92, 23 on 25, 92 on 100.
The whole idea of doing something very inexpensively is a great way to go. My scores was 72.
You needed lesser than that from Homie to go over 204. You've landed very smoothly at 228, which places you second on our leaderboard in the series. Good job, guys. But we're going to call the episode winners out because they got 240. That's what they got out of a possible 300. So please, let's bring out Devlina and Pushkin, our winners for today's episode. Please bring them out with a round of applause. Ajit, if you could, please. Yeah. Come on, guys, come out. Don't be shy. Congratulations, Pushkin. Thank you. Please collect the tablet from Rajiv.
Congratulations.
And, where are you? There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Well, our jury is used to bowling bouncers, but today with 240 and 228, it was like a T20 match on a flat wicket, wasn't it? Yeah, it was just totally high scoring. I think the bouncers still came. It was probably the quality of the batting that was top draw. Well, let's see if these are the two teams that meet in the grand finale. We don't know. We still have a lot more innovations to see, but that's going to happen in our next episode. Thank you so much for watching. This was DuPont Presents The Power of Shunya Challenge for Zero. We'll see you next time with more teams and more innovations. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.